this is the one you want to talk about.
Now we're out of time.
I told y'all to begin with that we're only entitled to 3 amendments. This is everything everybody in the legislature either hates or loves. It boils down to that. Where did this all come from? There was a group called Regnat Populus. We got the gentleman's name over at Catholic High School. Came up with the idea that corporations and unions, I think, should not make donations to campaigns. Anybody here retired? You got a retirement fund? Just give me, what retirement fund do you use?
No, I'm post office.
Okay, you got U.S., you got civil service retirement system?
No.
U.S. Postal Service. You're a corporation. What about you?
Arkansas retired teachers.
You're a corporation.
Northrop Grumman Corporation. Northrop Grumman.
Yeah, corporation. What's your retirement
Well, UAMS and GM.
state and GM? You're a corporation. You're a corporation. I'm a corporation. I'm retired from the military. I have what's called federal employees benefits. Contribute like 401k. You put money in. They take that money. They buy stocks and bonds and earn return. And when I get ready, I can draw that money out. It's my money. It's earning rate of return. Those are corporations. They are widows and orphans. That's where all the insurance monies are invested in this country. It's people. There's no such thing as a corporation or government or army or a library or a company. It's people. People associate themselves with different kinds of organizations in order to accomplish their purposes, whether it's called the U.S. Army or U.S. Navy or General Motors. Okay. But they didn't want corporations to donate money to campaigns. My wife is a corporation. She and her brother have a family farm up in White County. I won't tell you they inherited it. They earned it from the time they were little, holding strawberries and picking up rocks and catching dead chickens and catching live chickens too. Throwing away
Zombie chickens.
They bought that farm from their mother and dad. No apologies about that whatsoever. But I pay taxes on their money. She gets paid, it's for, let's say, a subchapter S corporation. They're taxed as individuals, not as stockholders, not as, we're not taxed as stockholders. Half the taxable income goes to her brother, half goes to her. She and I file a joint return. I hold a bunch of money out of my military retirement in order to pay my state and federal income tax because of her income. Otherwise, she'd have to be writing a check quarterly to pay her taxes. I don't know how that works. She can't give me money on my campaign that I pay taxes on. But that's what they wanted to do. That's where the discussion began. I'm sorry, it's a fundamental ignorance of people about how business works and how money works. And I don't say ignorance out of being ugly. I'm saying they don't know how things really work. The flip side of that is even if you passed it, very likely the Supreme Court would hold it unconstitutional because of the First Amendment. We have the right to, I never try to quote it when I got it handy, pull out my pistol. First Amendment to the Constitution says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting free exercise thereof, everybody's favorite, or abridging the freedom of speech, that gets close, or the press, or the right of people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. We have a constitutional right to associate with each other, whether it's called the First Baptist Church or Ford Motor Company, in our Constitution. And to tell people that they can't contribute to whoever they want to is against the Constitution, and so the United States Supreme Court found. Union, same rule. Yes, ma'am.
But I thought that if the corporation gave, it was just somebody up at the top deciding who all these people who gave, where that money was directed.
Not necessarily.
Like if the ARC supports something or.
Some do it that way. General Motors can't have all of the stockholders deciding. Hilger Farms in White County, all of the members decide.
Sure, but what about corporations that take that donation from the people or
Their
donation.
employees
Or the big trade unions,
or trade unions.
like SEC.
But they decide where the money goes, right?
If, let me answer it with a question. If you own stock in that company, or you belong to that union, and you don't like it, you don't have to stay in it. You can sell your stock and withdraw from that union. If you like the way they do it, then stick with them. Just because you don't like it the way somebody else does it, doesn't mean it's wrong.
Sure, but if you had stock in that company because it's doing well, but you don't like their different policies, like you say you don't stock in Google, because they're doing well, you don't like how they choose who they're gonna support in elections, so you pull out.
Well, you can go to the annual stockholders meeting. You can be asked to put on the agenda, which is your right as a stockholder, even if you own one share. You can ask to speak at the annual stockholders meeting, and you can say, I don't like this corporate policy, and I wish you would quit it. And they'll give you 2 or 3 minutes to vent your spleen, because you're a part of that association. And I'll give you a good example of where that comes up. Some people say they don't want any money invested in tobaccos because they're in a mutual fund. And they show up at the mutual fund owners and say, we don't want any of our money invested in tobacco or experimentation on animals. So, but the point of it is the Constitution says, however you choose to associate yourself under whatever rules everybody else and you agree to, that's your business, not the government's. So that's where it began. Interesting.